Bootstrap. I don't give a shit about VCs. Fuck VCs, right? So that's DHH. And I think that's a fine path. Okay, I'm committed to VC path. And that's where I've done a couple of companies. Embo, I got a $6.5 million round committed. And there are angels in our round, individuals who I care about, gave them an allocation. There were angels that joined our Series A. Back to Rails, they basically built a consulting business. I think that's the bootstrap path, is professional services as much as you have to, work on your side thing. Hopefully over time you can flip ratios and maybe eventually throw away consulting, but it's pretty lonely activity. I've tried it a bunch of times. The thing I learned from that era, this is like before Astronomer, is that it's so easy to give up on an idea when you're working on it bootstrap by yourself. It's just like super easy. Like watching a movie is giving up on your startup because you're taking that time that you would normally give a start to your product to watching a movie.
If you don't go and book sales, you cannot pay yourself a salary, or you have to go do side consulting or whatever. Like me personally, for example, I have felt that, okay, if someone gave me $1 million today, like, would I be able to put it into a productive use and actually bring back like multiples of that? Have I done a lot of the work that needs to be done by the people I'm gonna go hire tomorrow?
You have to have belief that there's a great business behind it. Investors are looking for ambitious, bold people that have clear, simple ideas. And if you can get there, you should try to get there. Why not try to get there from the start instead of floundering? Like the other thing that like time kills your reputation. Like if you've been working on Algora for 5 years and then you're trying to raise money, they're going to be like, what? Took you 5 years to get to the point where you're looking for your first money, right?
To go raise a seed round, go raise a few million, build a team of 5 people with an 18-month runway. What do they need to bring to the table when they talk to a VC?
A lead investor. And by the way, it's really just that. So how do you get a lead investor? You have to have an interesting product idea, a good team, maybe some evidence of traction that people want the product. And a good market, like a nice fat opportunity. The thing is, like, you can go to these VCs and they may have ideas for you. If you want to eventually raise venture capital, go talk to VC. It's okay to talk to them when you have no idea. They love those conversations. They love just meeting interesting founders. They could plug you into an opportunity, that instead of spending 2 years, failing to come up with a good idea, they could pop you into a new company that they just funded and get you your first year or two of startup experience that helps you get ready for your own startup eventually. So I just think, like, basically you have to decide, bootstrap is one path, venture is another, and like the games are pretty different. Even though obviously these same products can compete in the marketplace, it's like two different sports,
There must be a middle way. I think that's what we hope to.
I think the middle is death. That's what I'm saying.
The middle is death. Okay. Yes, the middle is death.
Yeah, I think so, because like think about the middle. I always talk about rocket ships versus airplanes. Like I think a bootstrap company is an airplane. Rocket ship is venture. Bootstrap is airplanes. Like a services company that's trying to raise venture capital is a great example of someone trying to play the middle. It's like, no, you're not. You can't be a 10x or a 20x or 100x return for me. Pick one. Pick a path.
Pick a path.
Okay, pick a path.
But middle is the Death Valley. Okay.
Like if you're a moderately wealthy person, you shouldn't go start a product and burn your own pile of cash on it. Like
use other people's money.
Yeah, use other people's money. Like, why are you going to burn your family's cash, $50K a month or $100K a month for any number of months when you could be burning somebody else's money? A lot of people can't raise any money at all because they suck. They have no CV, they have no resume, and they're not exciting.
Was this fun? Was this useful? You can watch the full live stream with Rai. Links in the description below. We talked a lot about venture capital versus bootstrapping, how to fundraise as a founder, and how Rai is building his next billion-dollar startup around PostgreSQL. If you want to follow us and give us your feedback, you can find Algora.io online and join our open source community. We'll see you next time. Cheers.